shot, Babu. The Facebook game is in the building.
Into the end zone! Five Nation, stand up!
All right, y'all, we here, man. It's late Saturday night, but I could not let a day go by in the shop where the Bengals got absolutely fleeced this all season. Listen, I know I put in the caption, who won the trade? But how on earth do you draft the edge rusher to replace one of the league leading sack getters in the NFL and Trey Henderson? Have a contract negotiation issue with both Shamar and Hendrickson. Lose Henderson inside your own division and then get desperate before the draft. And how on earth do you trade a top 10 pick for a high-paid interior defensive lineman? How, Sway? Now the New York Football Giants with John Harbaugh now has pick 5 and 10. What on earth are the Bengals thinking? In a league where you need edge rushers and people that can get after the passer. Like, you whiff on an edge rusher last year. You lose one of the best edge rushers in the league inside your division. And then strap for cash, go spend a gazillion dollars on what's gonna wind up just being a run stuffer, bro. Like, this is just crazy, bro. Like, talking about getting to the, you know how when the receivers about to score a touchdown, like DeMercado, and they celebrate before they get in the end zone and get stripped and the fumble go out the back of the end zone. This what this is. This what this is. He said the Bengals are always going to bingle. This is just absolutely crazy. He said, what I'm seeing is they knew the draft boards wasn't falling in their favor. How? You pick number 10. If you don't feel like the draft board is going to fall in your favor at 10, that just means that you suck at evaluating talent. Like, bro, how does this work? Like, how does this work, bro? Like, let's not make excuses for stupidity. Bro, like, that's just... Oh man. Listen, the Giants had to be like absolutely baffled that they actually wanted to trade pick 10 for a player that wanted out. Like, Dexter Lawrence has no leverage. The Giants had no leverage. Like, this is a player that wants to get traded. How do you have an interior defense lineman that wants to get traded? And then the team's like, hey, we're going to give you a top, like, bro, when have you seen an interior defensive lineman just like get a haul for a top 10 pick anyways? Like, it's just nobody's trading top 10 picks for interior defensive linemen. Like, if you're the Bengals and you feel like you need an interior defensive lineman, why don't you just wait and draft Peter Woods out of Clemson and just get the best D-tackle interior lineman coming out the draft? Like, why wouldn't you just do that, bro? Like, this is just silly, dog. This is silly. I'm sorry. Like, this just doesn't make sense. Some of these teams, like, the things that they do, I just don't understand it. Like, getting Dexter Lawrence in exchange for a top 10 pick does not make the Bengals win the North next year. It just don't, bro. They got a gazillion dollars in 2 wide receivers and a quarterback. They just spend all their money on the nose tackle. It makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, Corey, like, if you can't pick a blue chipper in the top 10, you just need to stop drafting. To give the Eagles pick, no. Yeah, Bengals is just not making sense. I mean, like, if you the Giants and you already was trying to get rid of Dexter Lawrence, like, they pick 5 and 10. Like, the Giants have a stranglehold on the top 10, bro. Like, oh my God, like, Giants is literally about to go out and get the best receiver off the board and then turn right around and pick. Like, this is, like, they could, bro, the Giants could get Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs. The Giants could get Caleb Downs and Jordan Tyson. They could get, like, bro, they could just take their pick. Like, this is just stupid, bro. But I'm trying to figure out Ravens Joe what's good. He said the fix is in. Man, Joe Burrow need to ask for a trade after this. Joe Burrow need to ask for a trade after this. He just need to get out. Joe, get out, man, while you can. Carnell Tate and Caleb Downs. I mean, like, they finna get 2 blue chippers in the first round, bro. In the top 10, bro. Bro, this is crazy. I mean, legitimately, they could take Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs both in the top 10. Bro, you can go get a run stuffer if you need a run stuffer, bro. I know that Dexter Lawrence is a Pro Bowl caliber player, but if you need a run stuffer, bro, you can get a dime a dozen run stuffer. Super quick, Brandon. Like, bro, when you got all the leverage in the trade and you get finessed out of top 10 pick, like, yo, like, I don't get it. Like, after you seen the Ravens give up their first round pick and then back out of it once they got Trey Henderson, like, it make the Ravens look like geniuses. The Browns got 2 picks in the first round. Like, the Browns pick 6 and 24. Ravens pick at 14. Now the Bengals is literally finna watch the Giants pick twice in the top 10. NFC East, if I'm the Cowboys, if I'm the Commanders, if I'm the if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, like, I'm just thinking like the Cowboys had picked 12 and 20. They're gonna watch the Giants pick twice in front of them before they get to 12. Like, bro, I don't get it. Oh, Denard Wilson definitely got to be happy, bro. Like, because odds is he finna get a blue chip defensive player at 5 or 10. That's what I'm saying, Brandon. Like, how you don't want to spend money on your draft pick and Trey Henderson, but then turn around and give a nose tackle $25-30 million. Yeah, Nano. I mean, the Giants is definitely moving in the right direction with this. They just fleeced them boys. It's a deep defensive draft that you can get many run stuffers for 5 years in a low contract, and then you give up a 10 overall for a guy that can walk in 2 years. I mean, bro, like, have you heard of any team in the top 10 mention Peter Woods? Everybody feel like Peter Woods the best interior lineman. Then if you didn't, Lee Hunter from Texas Tech would be there. Dude from Ohio State, like, bro, you got run stuffers everywhere, bro. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, this makes no sense, dog. Like, if that was the case, like, why not just try to get one of the free agent interior D linemen and keep your top 10 pick? This just screams of just nearsightedness. Tights might still sit down and chill. Giants about to mess up people's draft boards. I mean, they really are gonna crash them. Like, if I'm the Cowboys at 12 and 20, and I'm the Giants, I'm not the Giants, but I'm the Browns who had 6 and 24, or the Jets, who got like, bro, all these teams that got multiple firsts, like the Chiefs could get sandwiched by the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you pick in at 11 and 12, you just mad now. Like, bro, what on earth is they doing? Cause the Giants can really just sabotage. Like, the Giants are going to pick like the number one receiver, the number one linebacker, or the number one safety off the board. And teams' whole draft board is probably set up on waiting. It said dude isn't a Pro Bowler because he's a run stuffer. It's because how he rushes the passer. Next to Brian Burns, Abdul Carter. Listen, man. Joe, I know you're a Bengals fan, but this is not a great trade for y'all to trade a top 10 pick when y'all been strapped for cash for all this time. You literally could not pay your draft pick. You literally could not pay Trey Henderson. Now the money that you didn't pay your two edge rushers, you're going to give to an interior defensive lineman on a thin-ass defense. The Bengals defense is like not some stacked-ass defense. It's thin as fuck. You're going to put him in there. He's going to get double-teamed on the interior. And then what do you got? Bro, Jeffrey Simmons is a dog. If somebody traded a top 10 pick for Jeffrey Simmons, and I'm a Titan fan, I would laugh at them. Why don't you just go get John Franklin Myers if you wanted to spend some money on an interior lineman that's gonna crash the passer, bro? Like, this is not smart. Quentin Williams was on the move. Devondre Sweat was on the move. All these interior linemen, you just burnt the top 10 pick on an interior defensive lineman on a defense that's not stacked. It'd be different if the Bengals was a loaded defense. They're not. He's literally going to be turned into a run stuffer. You're going to get double teamed on the interior, and that's going to be it. The Bengals have been strapped monetarily for the last 3 years. You've seen every good player off the Bengals defense run off the team because they had no money. If Styles is the pick, Sonny Styles is like a safety playing linebacker. So the Cowboys can call the Titans for 4. Top 10 D line with Trey Henderson gone. Oh my God. Hey Joe, look, I know you're a Bengals fan, and right now you're thinking this makes sense. Does not make sense. Sonny Styles is not falling. Joe, you have a high-paid quarterback, two of the highest-paid receivers in the league. Where's the depth at on the Bengals? When's the last time? Like, the Bengals have a team that's supposed to be making playoff runs. Nowhere near the playoffs. Nowhere. Every year you watch people flee off the Bengals roster because they haven't had any paper, bro. I know this is a thing where you're like, oh man, we're not strapped for cash. Yes, you are. You're the Cowboys. Cowboys spend all their money on offense and their defense. Look at it. The Bengals are the AFC's version of the Cowboys. How can you have two of the highest paid receivers and one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league and think that you have any depth on your team? So I haven't watched any Bengals games. So the Bengals haven't played the Titans. I haven't watched them. Bengals needed a draft pick to continue building up the defense. Maybe the guy that wasn't going to be there. They just mean you lazy draft on your draft board. Joe, you build through the draft. You literally just went out and got an interior defensive lineman. Do you have the best defense in the North? No, you don't. They ain't put the rest of it out yet. All I know is the Giants picking twice in the top 10, thanks to the Bengals. All right, so Joe, this is your explanation. My team sucks at drafting and scouting, so we're just gonna trade away our top 10 pick and go get a interior defensive line and give him a whole bunch of money after we didn't give our best defensive player money. All right, bro, you got it, man. You got it. Look, it's 100 people. 100 people say Giants win the trade. One Bengals fan. We won the trade. All right, here it is. Spotrac got it. Bengals pick at 41, 72, 110, 189, 199, 221, and 226. Giants pick 5, 10, 37, 105, 145, 186, 192, and 193. So you don't think Trey Henderson's your best defensive player? I got you, bro. Look, when he cut up for the Ravens this year and shit on y'all, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me when Trey Henderson show out. I'm sorry. I don't like the Cowboys plus Titans draft idea now. Giants probably scooping 2 potential targets. Not from the Titans though. We pick at 4. 3 picks in the top 40. How many draft picks the Giants got? 8. Giants got 8. Giants finna get right quick. I didn't see the Titans trading back with the Cowboys. I think so too, El Ray. I think they take Styles and Downs, and I think if they get around and somebody take Downs before them, they're taking Jordan Tyson or Carnell Tate. Either way, bro, they're gonna get their shot at. They're gonna get their shot at one of the best on offense and one of the best at defense. This hat clean, $2 in the thrift. Talk to me. Will the Cowboys be last in the East? I don't think so. The team that got the most to prove is the Commanders. They got to prove that 1 year wasn't a fluke. Where toe time at? All the Giants fans is happy. Obviously Joe is happy. The Commanders did not do a good job of rebuilding after that NFC Championship year. They just didn't. Oh shit, we in the building. All right, here we go. More details. New York takes $14 million of dead cap, freeing up $13 million of space, and now hold 5 and 10. Dexter Lawrence projects towards a 3-year, $82 million extension. I mean, bro, like, I would love to see how this trade makes sense. I know Joe tried, but that wasn't convincing at all. Again, like in the free agent period, if you wanted to add an interior defensive lineman, you could have added quality defensive lineman interior wise, cheap. The Giants had no leverage. They was dying to get rid of him. Giving up a top 10 pick for him makes no sense. I swear, if they traded second round pick for Dexter Lawrence, I would have no problem. Trading a top 10 pick is smoking fentanyl, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but it's smoking fentanyl, bro. If you think trading a top 10 pick for an interior defensive lineman that requested a trade that the team was dying to get rid of, just don't make sense. I'm saying, like, the Giants' defensive line was stacked. They were stacked already. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was already stacked and they didn't want to pay Dexter Lawrence. I mean, the Giants could go get Sonny Styles. And if Caleb Downs and Carnell Tate off the board, they could turn and go get Peter Woods from Clemson. Take the best defensive tackle off the board. I mean, y'all just gotta think, like, when people were saying the Titans should trade Jeffrey Simmons, nobody was giving up a top 10 pick for Jeffrey Simmons. Like the Quinnen Williams trade the Jets made with the Cowboys. Giving up a top 10 pick. But I guess this would make sense if the Bengals was on a window where they were like going for a Super Bowl run. But they're not. But they're not, though. Like, the Eagles have Fletcher Cox, Davis, and Carter. They got rid of Fletcher Cox and Hargraves. They just gave Davis all that money. They probably would trade Carter if somebody was gonna give him a top 10 pick for him. You don't think the Eagles would have traded Carter for a top 10 pick? I mean, Corey, like it could have been next year's first. It's a top 10 pick, bro. Like it's just. Then true, part of the argument is you got Jonathan Allen. If you got Jonathan Allen, why the hell do you need to spend that much money on Dexter Lawrence? Boy, some shit is just funny, bro. Some shit is just funny. I mean, to me, it's just lazy. It's just lazy in the front office. It sounds like I'm gonna throw a bunch of money at a name, and I hope this name help my team. Draft and develop is the thing, right? Draft and develop is the thing. Broncos could have been in the Super Bowl. Patriots was in the Super Bowl. Seahawks made the Super Bowl. Look at the teams that's making it, bro. It's nobody throwing a top 10 pick at an interior defensive lineman, bro. T-Town Brown, all you had to do is just let them suffer. I would have traded for Dexter Lawrence after the draft is over. You gotta get a 2027 second, bro. You're not getting you're not getting a top 10 pick next week for a player they're dying to get rid of. Maybe they know it's over and they wanted to screw the franchise on the way out. I don't know. This is the same team that drafted an edge rusher and then argued with him for a whole offseason about was they gonna pay him or not. We need help. We need help. We need help. Shout out to the Bengals fans, though. Let's see how it plays out. I mean, Giants make out like a bandit, bro. Giants make out like a bandit. He said Giants win the trade, but might end up as a win-win. I mean, Brandon, I'm gonna say it like this: with the way the Bengals been the last 2-3 years, put them out there. They play 500 ball, and they gonna wind up being like how the Dolphins and the Jets is now. Fire sale, everybody gotta go. It'd be different, like, you know how like the Bills, the Ravens, some of these teams been like right on the verge of making a long run every year. It'd be different if they was there. Like the Bengals need to have been drafted and developed, and they just ain't been able to draft and develop. He said that's not at all what the issue was. They added a language to their rookie deals that all of the teams now use, and he didn't want to be the first Bengal to sign with that language. I'm just saying words. Y'all didn't want to guarantee the contract. Do I need to say it in layman's terms, Joe? You know something that we all don't know? Like, bro, like, where's this thing that you telling us what we don't know? You want a guaranteed contract. You draft somebody in the first and second round, they want guaranteed contracts. But the person that he's replacing is in a contract dispute. And you didn't pay him, he's gone too. My bad, man. The Bengals is a great organization. They are far exceeding the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Rams, all the teams that have a whole bunch of cap space free, a bunch of first round draft picks, and perennially at the top of the league. My bad, man. Joe, I apologize. I'm sorry I spoke on the Bengals. They're a great organization. They always are great in the draft. They always have a lot of free cap space and a lot of great draft picks. They're the best team in the league at drafting and developing. We won't ever speak on the Bengals again. I promise you. We won't talk about the Bengals and their miscues. We won't. I promise you, Joe. We won't talk about the Bengals. Look, the Eagles called the Bengals for help on how to get their roster straight. John Lynch called the Bengals. The 49ers called the Bengals. Hey, man, how do we draft and develop? How do we get this cap space free? And the Bengals are the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC. You're a high-paid quarterback. I like Joe Burrow. I like Jamar Chase. I like T. Higgins. But y'all depth is gone. Y'all depth is gone. What's the best gun? Give it to me, she. It's all love, though, Joe. You just got to understand that right now, I know the Bengals haven't been spoken on since the Super Bowl run year. And now y'all in the limelight, but for the wrong reason. But hey, man, who knows? The Giants might whiff on pick 5 and 10, and y'all might pick a Hall of Famer in round 2. Dexter Lawrence, Boy Mafe, Jonathan Allen might be the best defense in the league next year. Y'all might win the North and overtake everybody. Oh, man. Or Jamar Chase could be asking for a trade by week 5. It says, so you admit it, we can't draft and develop, and then call us out for trading for a proven all-pro. No, Joe, Joe, calm down and listen to me. I know right now you might be just wanting to just say something back, right? Dexter Lawrence wants out. It's a week before the draft. Why, if a team has no leverage and they have a player that clearly wants out, that nobody made a move for early in the offseason process, with the week before the draft, would you give up a top 10 pick for him? That's where you losing at. It's not like you just traded next year's first round pick or a second round pick this year. The week before the draft, when they had no leverage, you gave them the leverage back. You could have went into the draft and then lowballed them on a trade for a next year pick on a team that needs to draft and develop. The Bengals have a lot of high paid players that have bled their roster out. So now that you're trying to rebuild your roster, you rebuild through the draft. You rebuild by getting capital, not by losing trades and leverage. The Giants was going to have to wind up just moving him for nothing. You see how the Cowboys last year got George Pickens off the Steelers for nothing? For a second round pick? Like, that's what you have to do. You have to win the trade. You have to hold the leverage. So y'all had all the leverage and gave a top 10 pickup for a person that was dying to get out of the team that he owned. It's not a good thing that you can't draft and develop. It's not a good thing that you have bad contract negotiations. It's not good. This move is more desperation than a good smart move. Like you outsmarted and fleeced somebody out of a trade. Like the Ravens lying about Max Crosby, realizing they didn't want to give up 2 first-round picks because they could get Trey Henderson for cheaper. It's smart. It's smart. Getting out leveraged in a trade where you hold all the leverage makes no sense. Walk it back for me. Make me understand. Giants traded away for Jeremiah. They're not trading 5 and 10 for Jeremiah Love. He said the Titans are the Cardinals of the AFC. That was a swing and a miss. Better use the Styles trade as bait. Would love for the Giants to jump up to 4 for a third this year. Keep the Cowboys. I don't think they'll do that though. Like the Giants got 5 and 10. They can just sit and wait. They're gonna get 2 blue chippers in the top 10. See, the thing about the Giants is the Giants are gonna get Neighbors back. They're gonna get Scatterbo back. They're gonna get Jackson Dart back. All 3 of them healthy. Then they can hope that Abdul Carter turns back into the guy that everybody thought he was gonna be. He said, that's the thing. We don't need a top 5 defense to win. With our offense, we just need that. We just need an average. Scoring 45 and losing by 3 is an issue. Like I said, you the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC. Nobody's saying top 5. You don't need a top 5 defense to win. But you need to draft and build depth. Like we just seen what the Broncos did. We seen what the Pats defense did. Seen what the Seahawks did. Rams is loading defense. Eagles gonna load defense. Niners gonna load defense. Good teams in the league is balanced. Coming in saying you're gonna try to outscore people and let your defense just be average don't make sense. Not when you trading the top 10 pick. It said nobody say Dexter Lawrence is a scrub. I say you lose on leverage. You could have got him way cheaper. I don't know what you don't see about that. You could have got Dexter Lawrence way cheaper. Way cheaper. It's the week of the draft. Like you probably could have waited to draft night and gave up a 2nd round pick or a first next year. That you could have built it back. If you got Jonathan Allen already, why are you trading a top 10 pick for Dexter Lawrence? Now the draft is weak. See, this is what we do. This is what we do. When we trade away a top 10 pick, we start saying the draft is weak. Last year the draft was weak, and this year was supposed to be the strong draft. It's always gonna be next year, right? Next year is a strong draft. Every year is gonna be good players. You just need to scout, draft, and develop those players. That, bro, I ain't gonna lie. That's a lazy excuse. Every year, people's like, man, this draft is weak. Since when this draft been weak? Like, bro, since when has this draft been weak? Ravens finesse they pick back out. Y'all screwed the Raiders. This draft is actually pretty deep at a lot of positions. Man, Driller, when it's always gonna be some excuse. Now this draft class is last year. Everybody say you need to trade out because the next year's draft class is always gonna be next year's draft class. I mean, bro, like Sonny Styles literally just had the best linebacker combine damn near all time. Caleb Downs, like it's a bunch of like blue chip talent loaded. Like once you get to the middle of the first round, all the way through like about pick 150, they're gonna be like fire tight ends, fire cornerbacks, offensive linemen that shouldn't be around, that's gonna be around, linebackers. Like, bro, there's gonna be a lot of positions that's gonna have really good players, bro. Like I don't understand this. Like just say you ain't been watching the scouting boards and watching the positions that your team gonna go after, bro. I need my Cowboys to trade both our first to get Styles. You don't care. I think y'all kind of screwed on getting Sonny Styles, bro. I think it's too many teams that'll take him. Y'all at 12 and 20. Y'all just really need to stick and pick. Remember how the Bears got Coast and Loveland last year? Then got Luther Burden with their next pick. At 12 and 20, you just need to pick two good players. Like the Browns pick at 6 and 24. They need to pick two good players. The Chiefs pick at 9 and 29. They need to pick two good players. Like if I had 2 firsts, I would not trade 2 firsts unless I was trading up 2 firsts to get a quarterback. I wouldn't be trading 2 firsts. I mean, the Chiefs would have to give up 9 and 29 for the Titans to trade out of 4. But here's the deal. Bergonzi already said if it's a person he liked at 4, he gonna take him. I mean, we think it's gonna be Jeremiah Love or Sonny Styles. I think Arvell Reese and David Bailey going 2-3. Like I don't know. I just feel like Arvell Reese and David Bailey going 2 and 3. I think when it gets to the Titans, they're gonna have their choice of whether they want to pick Jeremiah Love, Sonny Styles. I don't think Ruben Bain is their guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if they don't love Jeremiah Love or Sonny Styles, who will be like the highest grade linebacker and the highest grade running back, like impact players, if they don't believe in one of those two guys, I can see them trading back, but I just don't see that. Like Robert Saleh loves linebackers, and Brian Daboll would love to have Jeremiah Love. He said the third pick is the wild card. Yeah, because the Cardinals could do anything. Cardinals might trick everybody and pick an offensive lineman. Cardinals might be the team to trade out. Like if ever there was a team that was going to trade out, it would be the Cards. We need defense for both picks. No offense is needed. I mean, if I'm the Cowboys, I'm trying. Like if one of the blue chips like Caleb Downs or Sonny Styles fall to y'all, you take him. But if not, man, go get the best corner on the board. Get Mansour Delane or Jamal McCoy. Then turn around at 20 and pick another goon. Like at 20, it could be like, depending on what y'all looking at, like a Keldrick Falk or somebody like that might still be on the board for the Cowboys at 20. The team that's been quiet is the Browns. Who the hell is the Browns picking at 6? Mr. George Rowe. What up, my boy? Gotta be Mo. If it say Mr. George Rowe, it gotta be Mo. That's an interesting trade though, Mike White. Trade back for 9 and 29. But like pick 29 is damn near a second round pick. But I will say this, Mike White, like let's say the Titans did trade back with the Chiefs to 9. And when they get to 9, like Jordan Tyson is on the board. And they took Jordan Tyson. Then they had 29 and 35, 66 and 101. You could still get a dog at edge at 29 or 35. But if they did that, I feel like the Titans is going to take an offensive lineman. 29 or 35 will be an offensive lineman for sure. You think Cowboys could trade Pickens and pick Tyson's? Ooh. I don't know, man. George Pickens. Only part about George Pickens is you're going to have to pay him eventually. That wouldn't be a bad idea, though. You put Jordan Tyson over there and trade George Pickens for a first-round pick. It'd be like Micah Parsons all over again. You see what I'm saying? Like Titans got to be smart. If somebody finna offer them the mother load, they got to take it. Because you stuck in pick at 1 last year. But then again, like I don't know what they war room. I know they would love to have Jeremiah Love or Sonny Styles. I mean, sheesh. I think if you trading George Pickens, you're getting a first, bro. There's no way you don't get a first for George Pickens. George Pickens was like number 3 in the league at receiver last year. Man, this is going to be one of the most interesting drafts of all time, bro. I'm not even lying to y'all. Hey, y'all want to see something funny? Drop some crystal balls in the chat if y'all want to see something funny. Drop some crystal balls in the chat. Y'all want to see something funny. Top 51 cap space. 29th in the league. $2025. 24. Boy, these bitches is strapped on money, man. Bruh, some shit ain't hard to figure out. Once your quarterback get out for rookie deal, you better be able to draft and develop and put some players, put some young players that can grow in inside your system. Because once that quarterback start making money, you better be in the cooking in the kitchen whipping up. if your team want to stay relevant, we watching it go all the way around the board right now. Teams is once they get out their rookie deal, the Texans about to feel it. They got to make a move with C.J. Stroud. Bain or Reese or Bailey could be there at 12. Hell nah. The best chance of one of them being there at 12 is Ruben Bain, but I don't think Bain gonna be there. I'm telling you, Arvell Reese and David Bailey is going 1-2. I mean, going 2-3. It's gonna be Mendoza, then them two. I'll be surprised if the Jets or the Cardinals take Ruben Bain at 2 or 3. especially when they came out and sabotaged him with that old car wreck shit. That's why I say, like, if Ruben Bain fall to 12, like, I could see that happening because of them putting that story out. I feel like that story kind of pushed David Bailey into that spot of saying him and Arvell Reese is 2-3. Like, I honestly think that Arvell Reese long term could be the best edge rusher out of that group of three. But, you know, like, if you just need a guy to come in and get after the passer right now, Ruben Bain or David Bailey might be the best, like, quick insertion. He said Dexter Lawrence will make the Bengals a top 15 defense. I think that will be enough to be competitive. My thing about the Bengals is, like, ever since they had to pay Joe Burrow, and then they turn around and pay Jamar Chase, and then they turn around and pay T. Higgins, they like the Cowboys. When you got 3 players on your roster, I just want y'all to look at this so y'all don't think I'm just, like, picking on the Bengals or nothing. Like, it's not like I got some kind of grudge against the Bengals or nothing. Like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm actually not trolling them. Like, when your top 3 paid players is quarterback, receiver, you know what that puts you? You know what that puts you in? It puts you as a team that you're gonna have to draft and develop really well around them, because you're not gonna be able to spend money a lot of places else. When the Cowboys went and had Dak Prescott with all that dead cap space, highest paid quarterback in the league, then you got CeeDee Lamb getting paid all that money. You turn around and get, like, Micah Parsons, then now you got George Pickens. Like, you put yourself into a mode where now you gotta get off one of them cornerbacks. You gotta get off on one of them offensive linemen. You gotta cut this person. You gotta get rid of this person. And what started happening is, if you're not drafting and develop talent to go with a QB, and the teams that did it best was the Eagles. Eagles front-loaded first-round draft picks when they traded Carson Wentz. By the time that they paid Hurts, they had already gave Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown contracts way ahead of time. They got rid of Fletcher Cox and Hargraves. They had Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. When it was time for Slay to get paid, they let Slay go. They went and got Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Now they done got rid of Adoree Jackson because he wouldn't cut in the mustard. Now they went and got Tariq Woolen. But they still got more draft picks. When the Chiefs did that 10-year deal with Patrick Mahomes, it allowed them to always be able to move money. When they didn't pay Tyreek Hill, they wound up getting 9 players back for the $30 million they spent on they got freed up with Tyreek Hill. That's how they was able to keep Chris Jones and a few other players they drafted. Karlaftis, McDuffie, Jalen Watson, like, all them players that they went and got, Sky Moore, all them people that helped them go on their three back-to-back Super Bowls, was them being able to move the money around. If you get into a situation where you get out of your quarterback's rookie deal and you start having to pay people, look at the Jaguars. Jaguars looked good last year, but now the Jaguars got to start paying people. Devin Lloyd gone, this person gone, that person gone. You're just going to be hemorrhaging players. That's what the Bengals look like. A team that haven't drafted and developed talent to replace people. And your top 3 players are receiver, quarterback. Cowboys, receiver, quarterback. You wind up having to trade Micah Parsons, which I told y'all that they was going to trade Micah Parsons because you can't afford to pay him. You can't have a whole bunch of $50 million players on your roster. It's just not happening. Even the Vikings made a mistake at the quarterback position. Jay Jetter's getting all that money. You'll start hemorrhaging players. It's just natural selection of how your team operates when you got a rookie deal. The Texans are up against it. Danielle Hunter getting record money. Will Anderson getting record money. When you have to pay C.J. Stroud, either they're gonna have to put Davis Mills at quarterback next year, or they're gonna have to start letting them guys go. You can't pay Stingley. You can't pay Danielle Hunter. You can't pay all these players. You got to draft and develop talent. The best teams do it. The teams that stay relevant for a long time are teams that are able to draft and develop and put players behind it. I don't think a top 15 defense gets the Bengals anywhere near a championship. I just think the Bengals are a thin roster. I think it's naive to say, oh, you don't watch them play. I watch a lot of Bengals games. And Bengals look like a team that have some elite talent in certain spots. But when they really made their run, they was deep. They had depth all across their secondary. They had depth at linebacker. They had depth on the interior and on the edge. They don't have that. They don't have it. But they're supposed to be a team that's supposed to be dangerous to make a run in the playoffs every year. Buffalo Bills did it kind of gracefully when you seen Stephon Diggs and some of their high-paid players leave, and they have these new guys, that the James Cooks that come in, the young guys that come in to take over at certain positions. It's going to be very hard for them to do it now. I think McDermott didn't get as much credit as he needed to get for the last decade for them getting rid of McDermott. I think they just got caught in the emotions, but you gotta be able to shuffle and rotate that roster and bring in and shuffle in talent and make moves. Like the Seahawks is the perfect example. Seahawks got rid of DK Metcalf. Steelers paid them $150 million. They finally let Lockett go. The young receiver that you develop, JSN takes over. Then you went and got Cooper Kupp way cheaper than what DK Metcalf got paid. Traded and got Shaheed, drafted Horton, drafted Barner, drafted Arroyo. You drafted K9. You drafted Charbonnet. You drafted Gray Zabel. All these people was people that they drafted. They put that team together like that. Like, that's how you put it together. And they didn't overpay Donald when it was time to pay him. He got the same money that Geno Smith got. Smart teams find ways to upgrade their roster without leveraging themselves, just throwing a bunch of money at one position. Like Dexter Lawrence don't make the Bengals a great defense. He's a great player. I'm not saying that he's a bum. That's the last thing that I'm saying. I'm saying the way they're going about it is they're going to be right back in this same position. I don't think they're a team that could go get a couple of players and be making a Super Bowl run. I think that they underestimate how deep the team that made the Super Bowl run for the Bengals actually was, with Joe Burrow being on a rookie deal. Not a lot of teams that can gracefully maneuver after their quarterbacks gets off their rookie contract. Look at all the players the Niners lost last year. And they one of the best teams at reloading players. They got hit with the injury bug. Ayuk gone. Ayuk doing his crazy thing. Debo Samuel gone. Talanoa Hufanga gone. Dre Greenlaw was gone. They, Chase Young, all these players that they had that they brought in, now they gone. Lions is gonna start running into it. David Montgomery out. They got all them first round picks from the Rams over them years. Now when you start having to pay these players, you get into a position where you're gonna start losing quality players and your depth gonna thin out. You got to be able to draft and develop. You got to develop through the draft when you got high contracts going out. That's all that I'm saying. I think people are taking it wrong when I say, like, that's why I think this is a bad trade, because you had all the leverage that you could have got Dexter Lawrence way cheaper, or you could have got another supplemental player way cheaper and hold on to your top 10 draft pick. Rabbit, what up? 2-time, y'all won that thing. That's all I'm saying is when you have leverage and you got a top 10 pick, you just don't get finessed out your top 10 pick when a team don't have no leverage. In a team like the Bengals that needs to have young players on like growing depth around their team, like what the Cowboys was able to do, if they able to figure out a way to maneuver through this George Pickens situation with them having 2 first-round picks, they can free themselves up a little bit. What did the Rams do? Rams had 2 first-round picks. They traded one of their first-round picks for one of the best corners in the league, and they still have a first-round pick, and they still got a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Chargers had a lot of bread free. It's some playoff teams that got a lot of money free that can go maneuver and still going to try to grow through the draft. I just think that for the Bengals, I feel like this is a desperation move. But maybe because a lot of coaches got fired this past year and they got a coach that will be on the hot seat, maybe this is their last ditch effort. They're saying we're going to throw everything to try to make a run this year, and if it don't happen, they're going to blow the team up. And that's probably what would have happened. That's an hour in the shop right now, man. We feeling good. But all y'all Bengals fan, man, Joe Jungle, rest of y'all Bengals fan, don't be mad at Buddha, man. I'm just a messenger, man. When I seen it hit my phone, I was just like, that can't be serious. I said that can't be serious, bro. Like, cause I actually like Jamar Chase. I actually like Joe Burrow. I actually like T. Higgins. But just because I like them don't mean I like the direction that they're going in. Because they're saying if they don't do it this year, they're going to blow this team up.